Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central. I'm your host, Jack, and today we're taking a look at when woke people have meltdowns. But let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
Hi, my name is MGTOW, and I'm the author of You Have the Right to Remain Fat, as well as a few other books on fat positivity and body acceptance. When I think about what people might be surprised by or what you wouldn't think of when you think of eating disorders, I immediately think of being a kid. I was a kid in a larger body, a teen in a larger body, and also I'm an adult in a larger body. And the message I always got from my doctor was shrink your body by any means necessary. And it really felt like there was a sense of a don't ask, don't tell. So because I truly believed, right, and this is where I think the surprise comes in. I really believed that this was about my health. I really believed that my doctor was right.
This is one way to make America's obesity rate go up.
I have been misgendered 3 times in the past 24 hours at restaurants.
Oh no, not that. I seriously can't imagine that a person wouldn't get it right the first time.
I was at Benihana with my girlfriend, and the server said, "What about you, sir? What would you like to eat?"
Yeah, people usually address others based on their outward physical appearance and their characteristics and the sound of their voice, but go on.
My girlfriend, God bless her heart, steps in, says, "Actually, that's ma'am." And she looks at my girlfriend and didn't really understand what had happened and said, "No, I'm talking to him," pointing at me.
But were they wrong?
Our jaws were on the floor, and we decided to leave because it was just a bad vibe after.
Why? Because they can see the forest for the trees?
I was at another restaurant for lunch, and they showed me my seat and said, "Here you go, sir." And I said, "I am not a sir."
Sure.
And then I left because I wasn't comfortable anymore.
I'm sure I can think of 1 or 2 things that makes a lot of people rather uncomfortable, but they put up with it anyway.
And I went to a new restaurant, and I asked, before I sit down, where's the bathroom, please? And they said, "Oh, it's right this way, sir." We don't need to use words like sir or ma'am.
Of course not. What are the alternatives?
There are ways to be respectful without using those words. And if you get it wrong for someone like me, I will probably leave the restaurant. And it puts like a bad vibe on my day when it happens, especially when it happens 3 times in a row.
Well, honestly, that seems to be the majority of a certain individual's content is reacting to getting misgendered. So if it didn't happen, whatever would one talk about?
Well, I guess you can just eat at home. Problem solved.
What do y'all think? Does white privilege exist?
Yes.
Absolutely. Would you guys support paying reparations?
Yeah.
Well, I want to give you guys the opportunity, actually. This is my friend Topher. If you want to pay reparations or help the black community.
So if y'all can, I need lunch today. So y'all have $20 I can grab.
Don't have my wallet on me.
Well, I'm pretty sure you have Cash App or PayPal. You should still help this man out.
Or do you think WNBA players should get paid as much as NBA players?
Yes.
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 Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I would say yes, but I think that comes from me being a woman.
Yes, but I understand the controversy. Sure.
Who's your favorite WNBA team?
I don't really watch it.
I don't know sports. I just
Sure.
know there's women and men.
Okay.
Nothing for that one.
I'm sorry.
Dude, I don't know. You got me there. I don't watch WNBA. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what that is.
I don't have one.
I knew that was gonna come.
If you don't have one,
Pass.
it's okay.
Pass.
Why should they be paid more when their own gender doesn't even support them financially?
What age do you think most trans kids determine that they're trans?
Violet told us when she was 1.5. She's been telling us since she could speak. So she knew since birth.
Kids don't even know their own name and age when they're that young, so why would they believe her?
I believe in the non-binary God, whose pronouns are plural. I believe in Jesus Christ, their child, who wore a fabulous tunic and had 2 dads, and saw everyone as a sibling child of God. I believe in the rainbow spirit, who shatters our image of one white light and refracts it into a rainbow of gorgeous diversity.
This is certainly one church I'll try to avoid at all costs.
Disney casts Jada Pinkett Smith as Rapunzel in the newly announced live-action Tangle.
Rapunzel? White Rapunzel? The one we all know, Rapunzel? with long blonde hair? Jada Pinkett Smith ain't got no damn hair. I'm tired of this. Why can't y'all just find a white woman with long, pretty blonde hair? I'm pretty sure it's not that hard. This inclusive is legitimately killing movies and TV. The Little Mermaid and Astrid was bad, but this is just pathetic. If I ever want to watch a Disney movie, I don't want to see Jada Pinkett Smith in it. For one, I'm tired of her anyway. She ruined Will Smith. But that's besides the point. She ain't got no damn hair. That's like making a new Blue's Clues with a cat. Why are they doing this? I'm sorry, but I'm not going to watch anything that has to do with Rapunzel if she doesn't look like this, real life or not. I don't have a problem with black people playing parts in movies. It's just this is not the right part at all. I could see the jokes now. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your weave. Sorry, I can't. And if somebody climbs up that like, I guarantee her scalp's coming off. This makes no sense!
I pray that this is fake, because this just sounds ridiculous. What hair would she even let down?
Yo, is our generation cooked?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Why? Look at us.
At least this man is aware, that's all I can say.
You're doing it as a way of just still trying to be disrespectful because you're refusing to call me he. That's
So
the thing.
you want me to actively call you a boy and call you he.
That's crazy because that's what I just said.
I'm not gonna do it.
It's disrespectful for you to continue to call me she after I told you that's not, like, I'm not comfortable with that at all.
I will call you Cyrus.
We're being respectful here.
What is your name?
Cyrus.
I'll use your name,
okay,
but I will not call you
then I'm
a
gonna call you he from the rest of the time. Would you like that? Would you be comfortable if I called you a boy if I referred you as he from now?
That's fine, but I'm comfortable in my body, so I know I'm a girl. So whatever you call me is what you call me.
That's disrespectful for me.
I am not comfortable with you trying to force a fake ideology on me
It's not a
and
fake
call
ideology,
you
though.
a boy. I know you're not a boy.
But you're trying to be respectful, and by calling
I will
me
call
she,
you
you're not
by
being
your name.
respectful.
I will call you by your name.
Okay, that's great.
And what was your name?
Cyrus.
Cyrus. Cyrus, I will call you by your name, Cyrus.
Okay.
Is that what the name you were given by your parents?
That is none of your business.
I don't think it was. Anyway, I will
Okay, you
call
can
you
leave that, I
that
don't
name.
care.
That's fine, but I don't think it's fair for you to try and tell me that I
think
have
it's
to
rude
pretend
for
that
you.
you're a boy.
Well, you don't have to pretend. You can just act like it. I think
That's
it's rude for
pretending.
you.
I'm not going to
I
do
don't
that.
care.
Acting is pretending, so no matter what, Cyrus lost this argument.
What about folks who have wombs but are not women?
There are two genders, male and
They're
female.
wrong. I am non-binary.
Women have wombs.
I am not a woman and I have a womb.
You are a woman and you do
No.
Next question.
All I'm seeing is a bunch of mad and angry women.
Day 12 of being a girl, and I just picked up some tampons, and y'all are probably thinking, Dylan, where are you gonna put those? They're not for me. But this last weekend, I was in the restroom, and the girl in the stall next to me was like, hey, do you have a tampon? And I froze. I was like, sorry, no. But in that moment, I decided, you know what? I'm always gonna have one on hand for anyone who needs it. You come over to my house and we're having a glass of wine, I got a tampon for you. If we're in the club together and then we go to the bathroom, I got a tampon for you. Women supporting women. Love ya.
Except in this situation, it's a man supporting women.
Alright, we're protesting. Thank you.
What are we protesting?
We're protesting everything. We're angry and we're not going to take it anymore.
Now that's a protest that I don't mind getting down with.
I shouldn't even be a barista. I have a degree in gender and queer studies. College gets you nowhere. Well, that type of degree gets you right into being a barista at Starbucks. So you're actually doing pretty well for yourself.
What job did you expect to get with that degree? I bet you can't even think of one.
Are your hats free?
No.
They're not?
No.
I thought you supported socialism, free everything.
Walk away.
Why do you call it a hat?
No, what is this like? I thought you supported socialism. I also support surviving in a country where I don't have health care. Get my face, you freak!
Please don't scream at me. I haven't raised my voice.
I don't care if you didn't raise your voice. It doesn't make you sound like any less of a misogynist. Get the out of my face!
That was kind of scary.
Yeah, you should be scared. You should be scared, because you're a piece of. How about you talk to your doctor about your health problems and leave my health problems with me and my doctor and get the government out of it? And who's your stranger? Stranger? You want to look at my? Get the out of here!
I never said I wanted to look at her.
You, all of you like white supremacist people think you just talk calmly. You seem normal. Why are we upset? Because you're psycho.
I can't talk with her. She just screams.
You had a fair question. There was no need for her to have an outburst like that.
Can someone tell me what MAGA men find attractive so that I can wear the complete opposite? Thanks.
No need. You're killing it. Good job.
I don't even think the liberal men find you attractive. You probably should plan a makeover.
Being kidnapped in the middle of the night.
Jesus. Jesus.
Jesus loves you.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Jesus cares about you. That's why he died for you on the cross. What do you think about Jesus? What do you think about Jesus? Hey, watch your head. What do you think about Jesus?
You want me to give me an honest answer? You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Handed. Don't fight. You ready for this? You don't have to fight.
Jesus loves you. We can have a conversation. Why do you say F Jesus?
You ready? I grew up Catholic. Jesus didn't give me a chance. Do you understand that?
What do you mean Jesus didn't give you a chance?
None of y'all who believed in Jesus gave me a chance. None of y'all.
Jesus is God giving you a chance. If you'll believe in Jesus, whoever will call upon him will be saved.
Just because he had a bad history with religion, that doesn't mean that he should go after religious people.
It's weird that people are more worried about a multi-billion-dollar corporation's profits than the well-being of their fellow citizens. Like, make it make sense? I hear this all the time, and it's so weird. Society has ingrained it into people to hate fat people and praise corporations that take our money. And that's sad. Airlines shove us into tiny seats, cramped, uncomfortable, and treated like nothing more than a number.
You did this to yourself. Just to lose weight and life will be less heavy on you.
Free abortions.
Yes, Queen.
Free gender affirming care for migrants.
Yes, Queen.
Child tax credits for dogs.
Yes, Queen.
Ban standardized testing.
Yes, Queen.
Different tax rate for white men.
Yes, Queen.
She's a yes queener.
You know, I really don't think there was a single ounce of thought put behind any of those yes queens.
Why is it every time y'all see two women in a relationship, y'all have to automatically ask this stupid, ignorant, bull question? Oh, so who's the man in the relationship? Hello? What's not clicking, Steven? That's the whole point. There's no man. It's two girls, two women. Don't piss me off.
So she's the man in this relationship. Got it.
A lot of you say, my body, my choice. Which makes me wonder why you choose to be a fat, lazy, weak, disgusting, floppy, obese conglomeration of lard with low bone mineral density and blue hair. It's a weird choice.
My man's got a point. Maybe it's time to start choosing to hit the gym.
I think the best thing the dudes did politically, though, was convincing activist chicks, if you really care about the cause, you should pull your out of the rally. Good work, fellas. We're like, pull the out. And they're like, we don't want to. We're like, someone doesn't care about Palestine. As much as she claims to on the internet. Remember they used to have Girls Gone Wild? I feel like new Girls Gone Wild as they go to college campuses and they're like, ladies, pull your tits out. They're like, we don't want to. They go, they're fracking over there. They go, what the hell? Ladies, they're getting rid of maternity leave in Arkansas. They go, not if we can help it. Did I solve it?
Sadly, it's more true than we think. There are way more beneficial ways to solve problems.
There was some knucklehead that was getting interviewed. They said, if Mike Tyson identified as a woman, should he be able to fight women? And they were like, well, the short answer is yes.
Lord. Should Mike Tyson, if he identifies as a female, should he be allowed to box?
The short answer is yes.
After 20 fights, I was undefeated. Only one fighter stood between me and the belt.
You got this chick, she's nothing.
He would win a lot of rewards if he ever did that.
How many guys do you reckon you tricked into believing that you were born a woman when you were trans?
I think about 50 people, 50 guys.
You tricked them into having of you presenting as a woman?
Well, you can call it tricked, but in my train of thought at the time, I was just so adamant on the fact that why should I have to tell guys that I'm trans before I sleep with them? Like,
why is it that important? But then once I came out as trans and realized how much it had traumatized about 5 guys that I was getting threats from, I then realized, wow, what was I doing? Like, I was doing it wrong. But because I never had trans women around me to really educate me and tell me what to do.
Wait, was you just thinking, if I don't tell him and he doesn't ask, then
who cares? Like, how will they ever know? Because I wasn't going to come out as trans. If I never came out as trans, nobody would ever know.
So they can't tell once they have you?
No. There's one guy that could tell. I don't know how, but maybe he slept with other trans women. But he was like, is there something you want to tell me? And I was like...
Well, was he inside you when he said that?
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? No. He was like, are you sure? And he just carried on. And then he like... we chilled for a bit and then he left.
Well, so you don't know if he actually knows.
He knew, that's what he was talking
like he realised once he was inside.
I reckon he probably knew anyway, and he was like, do you want to tell me? Because if you do, then I'll respect you more. But at the time, I was exploring myself. I used to get guys over from Tinder loads.
It's called being honest and truthful. That's just messed up.
What does Pride Month mean to you?
We would not like to answer your question.
The police are already.
He's getting too close. He's putting the microphone 6 inches.
I'm just asking questions.
No, we're not interested.
If they don't want to answer questions,
please back off. He's harassing us.
No, I'm not.
It's not necessary. They can stay right down there. They don't need to. They don't need to. This is harassment right here.
Snowflakes. You can't make it up. Hey, how's it going? Careful of this one. Big protester. He'll put you on YouTube. He'll blast you all over social media.
Well, he's not wrong about himself being blasted all over social media. Man, if I had to deal with Gen Z, or what is it now, Gen Alpha all day, yeah, I'd feel like this too.
I don't care.
Get that. That's a win! Race car! I'm the champion! We did it!
Of course, it's the woke man that rage quits in an argument. It really fits the stereotype here.
A man who calls himself trans is wearing woman face no different than I would wear face trying to be a black person.
I understand. And
it's assuming an identity that isn't yours.
On that specific example, I think it's the intention behind it.
The intention is completely irrelevant. It's the action that we must judge, correct?
Intentions
so if somebody robs a bank because they're poor, they should still go to jail regardless if they're poor or rich. If somebody appropriates a womanhood identity, they could say, well, I just wanted to be happy, or I just wanted to win the NCAA championship because I wasn't able to compete against men. We should call them a cheater. He said on ESPN, I just wanted to be happy. Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of happy cheaters out there. That's why we have standards.
Trying to say we should judge the intention behind actions is just beyond silly.
Every other day, there's some Gen Z weirdo getting hysterical because a 28-year-old man is dating a 23-year-old. They would really call that predatory. Any age gap at all. Anything more than like a year. I mean, I'm 38 years old. My wife is 37. I'm not sure if that age gap would pass muster. I've seen this kind of outrage even when both people in the relationship are over the age of 40. Here's some story about some celebrity, older males in his 60s dating a woman who's 40 or something. That gets construed as predatory, but you tend to see it even more in situations like the one in the article where the woman is between 18 and 21 and the man is early to mid 20s, sometimes late 20s. And that's when they really reach for the pitchforks. So what's really going on here? Like, why is it suddenly controversial for adults with very modest age gaps to date? 15 or 20 years was not uncommon. Now 4 years is considered depraved, even though, again, both parties are adults.
If both parties are adults, then it really shouldn't be a problem.
My identity does not change my biology, so no, good sir, you cannot legally hunt me.
The guy in the back said nope. Wait, what is this?
Biology, so no, good sir, you cannot legally.
No, I'm out of this.
And that kid made the best choice in his life.
I hate when people say that wheelchairs are only for people who need them. Because when they say that, what they mean is wheelchair users are for people who are paralyzed. But not everyone who is a wheelchair user, who uses a wheelchair, who needs a wheelchair, is paralyzed. Because if you're gonna do away with wheelchairs for anyone who has the physical ability to stand for like a couple seconds, I think we should do away with strollers. Because toddlers can stand, they can walk pretty far actually. If you hold their hand, they can get around fine. You know why we use strollers? Because we do need them. We need them. You cannot tell me that we do not need strollers. And we use strollers for kids who are pretty big, right? 4, 5, 6 years old. You're using a stroller because kids get tired. Their muscles are underdeveloped, just haven't gotten a chance to grow yet. And you know what? Some adults need strollers too.
Just say you're too lazy to walk. Stop trying to blame everyone for your laziness.
I've actually been inside slaughterhouses and out the front where the animals are on the trucks before they're going in to be murdered. And I've actually seen them crying before they have their head chopped off.
Yeah,
so you think that's sad?
Yeah, but...
So why do you continue to eat animals and take their milk from them? What about the animal's choice? You take their choice away from them. Once human slavery was the way of life, that doesn't make it okay. Guess what? It changed. Yeah, it changed.
You know things are bad when the kids are the smartest ones in the video.
Women walk around the gym in just a sports bra. Why is that okay? We're going into 2025 with double standards and a gender war in the gym. Men don't walk around the gym in just a sports bra. They walk around shirtless. And I think that women should do the same.
If they do that, then go ahead. Just don't complain when men are staring.
And you know why you have small thinking and small minds? Because a lot of you have been, a lot of you, your mom and dad dropped the ball. A lot of you went through a lot of some hard. Hold on, wait, calm down. Calm down. You know you will be respectful. You will be respectful. I don't know. Relax, then. Relax. You will be respectful. Okay? I'll let you say something, but you will be respectful. Don't grab my stuff. Don't grab my stuff. Okay.
I have my hands right here. I have my hands right here.
Just you grab my stuff. You grab my stuff. Just I'll hold it. I don't trust you anymore because you came in like a demon. Relax. 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 Don't you have any respect? Aren't you from the Love is Love community? Well then love a Christian. Okay. Okay, it's okay that I'm aggravating. Have some self-control. Okay.
Okay, honestly, I have nothing against Christians or anything like that, okay? But all this is bull, okay? You don't need to be here right now. You don't need to be here right now. All this is bull. Love is love, and we will love who we want to love. You can go home, because you don't need to be here. Nobody wants you here, okay? And the fact of the matter is, we didn't come from no Adam and Eve. We came from Lilith and Satan. Because at the end of the day, Eve was right in Satan. And that's how she became Lilith. So you need to go home, okay? Because nobody wants to hear your lies anymore. I came from a Pentecostal home, and I removed myself from that because
Why?
you know what? Because the thing about it is, you guys.
It seems to me she wasn't raised correctly if she's behaving like this in public. Maybe a religion might help her have a better view. You guys have made it to the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to prove you're an alpha. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch another one of my videos right after this video. So if you like this video, you should watch another one. Till next time.